Here's an update on my little plantlets that I was growing. They are big. Some of them are really big. These are rose bouquets. This is a rose bouquet also, so this one's got a little bit pink in the center with pink rose leaves. This one is green and white variegated leaf with no little pink in the leaf, and the flowers are real light pink in the center, and that's off the same mother plant. Here's another one. It's going to have the pink flowers. Another one that's little pink on the leaves in the center with pink flowers. This one looks like it could be turning the green type. I've got some here that some leaves broke off and I'm messing with them. This one right here, I planted the leaf, and within 4 weeks I've got babies coming up. Here's some more that the mother leaf will grow a baby, the baby will die, the little plantlet, and then it will start a new plantlet. And I think this is about the 3rd time I've got plantlets coming up, and they die off, but this one looks a little better. This one looks not very good. This one's starting to get the pink flowers. This one back here, it's not doing quite as well, and I'm not too sure if if it'll change or just be pink and white. These flowers here, the violets, is off my main plant back here. I just cut off anywhere from 40 to 50 blooms off this one, and it's still blooming. So I'll put a picture up of what it looked like with all the blooms on it. This is the fertilizer I'm using. It's 1.5 pound for 15 bucks. It really pops those blooms up. It does a really good job. In my water, I'm wick watering my African violets. This is what I'm using. It's for aquariums. I started out with 2 drops and 3 drops. Now I'm up to 10 drops per gallon of water. I go get the reverse osmosis water out of Walmart. I have the fluorescent light little square cover inside this. These containers are what slides under the beds. They're kind of a low top. Underneath I have 1-inch PVC pipe. Then I put water down below, and each one of these plants I have are wick watered. I have not watered these plants since the spring. Since I started doing this, I just put the water there, and it's doing an excellent job of watering itself. I put about 1 gallon in this container a week, which is 39 cents for a refill of the gallon container. And this is my other plants, and I think with that light on, it's not going to turn out good. So let me see if I can pull it back. Here's my other plants. They are very large, and this is from all those little plantlets that I tried to save. A lot of pink in the center of these. Some of this is a Wrangler's Gunsmoke, a Wrangler's Cowboy Blues. And these flowers are so big that they can't stand up. They lay over. They're so heavy. I haven't trimmed off the dead ones yet. I need to do that. This plant here, and this plant, and this plant, these are all the Alamo Sunshine Sports, which the Alamo Sunshine Sport should be green and white variegated like this with white double blossom leaves. This one, and this one. The Sport comes from the same mom, but it comes up with some pink and green leaf plus white and green leaf, and then it has more pink flowers, double blossom, and some of the flowers will be white, so it's not coming out like a purebred. Some white flowers down below. And this one's the same way. It's got a lot of pink in the leaves, some white. The outer ones are doing very well. Some of them are coming out solid green. Depends on the light, temperature, and humidity. But these plastic under the bed containers really hold the humidity. I have a controller on the other side. This one also has an inch pipe. I just pour the water in it. I put a little bit of fertilizer in it. This one is showing, without a cover, 46% humidity. Looks like the high was 50 a couple hours ago. Anywhere in the 50 and above, at night it gets up about 60 to 70% humidity. 75 degrees right now. So it does a real good job of just, with that water around all the plants, that it holds the humidity. So this is a really good way to take care of your violets if you don't have too many of them. Now, from when I had the babies, the little plantlets, to now, I've given away and sold over real close to 60 or 70 plantlets. I give, well, May 1st, I gave 20 some away. And my wife took a whole bunch of them to work and gave them to the secretaries and the other ladies that wanted these plants. So I've got rid of a lot of them. I have one more container downstairs. And this one is under grow lamps. It's under 2 fluorescent lights. I just unplugged it. This one here is just facing a south window. The one downstairs, it's facing a north window with no light. And with no light, plants like this one, this has a little pink hue to the leaves. This is the mother plant. It'll have a pink hue. With a north window, it will turn just white. It's not getting enough light. And so I'm leaving it down in the north light to see what it will do. Then I'll take some of these plants to our county fair at the end of August. These rose bouquets right here will definitely go. Here's one that's coming up, young one. Another one. This one's really white in the center, white with a pink hue. That one's going to be really different. This is really flecked. A lot of splash to the leaves. This one and this one here is a fisherman's paradise. And this is the only two I've got out of that plant that survived with the fisherman's paradise. So it should look a little bit more like this, but I'm really curious to how and what it will turn out to be like. And this one looks like it's going to be a Alamo Sunshine Sport. This one back here looks like it's going to be the same thing, an Alamo Sunshine Sport. So I've got a bunch more to get rid of. And this method I'm doing here, you can see the water level down there. The green is actually the color of the water I'm putting in because of this fertilizer. I put in just about a quarter little scoop in each gallon, 10 drops of that, and so it's kind of keeping the green away. The green really came from the 2 and 3 drops. It just wasn't enough. This one is a Wrangler's Gunsmoke, but whatever the reason, it's not under grow lamps. It's getting a lot of white and very little pink to the center leaves. So that'll be interesting to see. This one, I think, as it matures, it's just going to be just absolutely gorgeous. It's going to be more in the white in the center. The outer leaves are green, but I think it'll all change to this color. And this one here will be variegated more. It looks like some of the bigger leaves are turning more green in them as they get bigger. It's going to be a great looking plant. So if you're not wick watering, if you're not using this method, it's a good method to use on your smaller plants to get them started, and then you can put your big plants out on your, wherever you want them, tables or where you're going to put them, and see if they survive well that time. But with the fertilizer I'm using, just look at the blooms that's coming off these plants. I've never seen it like this. But using this fertilizer, 20-20-20, has really made a huge difference.